coming in now. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Like I said, it's our first time going live with another one. Here she is.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Hi.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm Kelly. It's my second season as a Laker girl.
And I'm Janaya. This is my first season as a Laker girl.
And so today we're going to be doing a Q&A. This is our first time doing a live Q&A. We posted yesterday to have you guys send in some questions. So we're going to be kind of going off those questions, but also feel free to send questions in the comments and we'll be sure to keep an eye on them and get to as many as we can.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Me too. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. This is fun. Okay. So we have some questions here. Do you want to start with who's your favorite Laker player of all time?
So my favorite Laker player of all time would have to be Kobe Bryant, and especially this season, it's been really special getting to be a part of all of the memorial things for him. He meant a lot to our organization, and it's just been really special. But yeah, he's definitely my favorite player of all time. How about you, Janaya?
I think I would have to agree. Kobe, just because he played so fearlessly and he was so fun to watch. He played with so much energy and passion. So
yeah, and it was definitely fun to see him at a few games this season.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay, we also, a lot of people are asking if we have other jobs aside from being a Laker girl and also if it's a full-time position. So Janaya, do you want to touch on that?
Sure. Yes. So being a Laker girl is a part-time position. A lot of us have jobs outside of Laker girls. I am a student, so I'm getting my master's right now. And then I also have an internship. So I work at some schools as a school social worker.
Yeah, so you're super, as you can hear, Janaya's really busy. We have a lot of girls who do all kinds of stuff. We have quite a few girls who are still in school, and then we have a lot of girls who work other part-time jobs in fitness. A lot of girls work at dance studios or at high schools for dance teams, so we're all pretty busy. But yes, sometimes being a Laker girl, it can feel like a full-time position, depending on the week and what our schedule is that week, but it technically is a part-time position. Yeah. So kind of going off that, I know some people are asking what's like our schedule kind of like. So kind of what I just touched on, our schedule is kind of different based on what the week is. So sometimes we can have a ton of games between the Lakers, and we also dance at the South Bay Lakers games. But something we have consistent is we do have practice every Tuesday and Thursday night. Janaya, do you want to add on to that as well?
Sure. Yeah. Aside from games and practices, we also do charities. So we try and do as many charity events as we can, and that keeps us busy as well. I'm trying to think, is there anything else in our schedule that we're missing?
I'm trying to think. Some people are asking what our schedule is like on a game day, so we can kind of go through that also. So typically, games at Staples Center start at 7:30, and our call time is usually around 3:30. We have an hour of court rehearsal where we set our routines for the night and kind of go through what we're going to be doing during the game. And then, yeah, we eat, we stretch, we greet people at doors, and then we get ready for the game. Then it's showtime.
Yeah. Game days are fun. They're super fun.
Super fun. I miss them.
I know.
Okay, what else do we have here, Janaya? What do you have on there?
Do we want to touch on what our signature makeup and hair look is for games?
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and touch on that?
Sure. So we each have our own looks. We get to do our own hair and makeup, which is really fun because we get a chance to like switch it up. For me, I'm trying to think of anything I do that's different from others, but I do a winged eyeliner, but I like doing that. And then curled hair is my signature look with a side part.
Yes, me too. I will say though, all the girls on the team do really help each other out. Like I know when I joined the team, I needed a lot of help, and so it's fun to have girls on the team help you with your hair and your makeup, and we all just make sure that we all look the best we can. So that's been fun. It's fun to learn tips from each other. I know
Mhm.
that we all kind of do different things to make our own individual looks look best for us. And so it's fun to learn other things from the other girls sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What
Trying to
else?
keep an eye on the comments. I don't know if there's
I
any
know, yeah. Do we
questions
have any
coming in.
questions coming through on the comments?
Let's see.
A lot of people are saying hi. Hi,
I know.
everyone.
Hi.
We miss seeing you all. Okay, what else do we have here? I have quite a few people asked if we travel. So we do not travel during the regular season. We only dance at the home games at Staples Center and also the South Bay Laker games at the UCLA Health Training Center. But we do travel sometimes during preseason, which is really fun. And then a lot of the times in the summer, we get the opportunity to travel with the NBA. So the NBA will do all kinds of events. Like last summer, I got to actually go to Sao Paulo, Brazil for 2 weeks. The NBA was putting on an exhibition during the NBA finals. So that was really fun. But in the past, I know girls have gone to London, Philippines, and all kinds of places. So it's definitely really special and fun that we do get the opportunity to travel through Laker Girls. What else? We have a lot of questions asking what auditions are like. So, yeah. Janaya, do you want to talk about what auditions are typically like?
Sure, yes. So things obviously could switch up year to year, but typically our auditions, there's a lot of girls that come, around like 200 to 300. And we do a technique round typically. Last year we did a jazz routine and then a hip hop routine. And then there's also a speaking portion where we just express to the judges why we want to be a Laker girl. And each round there's cuts. So yeah, that's typically how it goes. Kelly, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, so the first day, it's a long day. It consists of multiple rounds, as Janaya just explained. At the end of that day, they do announce who the finalists are. So then from there, you sign up for an interview time where you interview with our director, Jessica. And it's just kind of an opportunity for her to get to know you and then also to see if you're a right fit for the team. So that's a really special but can be like nerve-wracking moment. And then from there, there's a callback round. So typically in the past, what we've done at the callback round is we do the routines that we learned from the first day, kind of in different groups. So just to see how you look with other people. And they'll kind of like mix up heights, hair colors, and yeah. And then from there, you get another opportunity to make a final statement about why you want to be a Laker girl. And then a few days later, you get a phone call. So that's typically how it's been over the last few years. Like we said, we're not sure how it will be this year, but that's typically how it's been the last few years. Janaya, do you want to talk
Maybe
about...
we can bounce off that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we were going to say the same thing. We could talk about like tips for people who want to audition.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Perfect.
So tips, I think what really helped me was just to train a lot before and to practice learning choreography quickly. That's a big thing because in the audition, the dances, the routines, they're short, but they're taught really, really fast. And then you're just expected to be able to perform and remember the choreography in front of judges. So it can be really nerve-wracking. So the more confident you are in learning choreography, the easier it will be just for yourself personally. Yeah,
totally. And letting your personality shine through, I think, is really helpful. Like I know for me, I can get really nervous, but just making sure I have a smile on my face and looking like I'm genuinely enjoying being there, because I am, and that really shines through. And I'm a big believer, and I think if you're performing, you're performing with your face, your overall performance is just better.
Yeah.
We have some people asking what it was like when we made the team. So do you want to go first?
Yeah. It was so exciting. I'm like getting all these memories flooding back to when, because you get a call. So you're just like anxiously waiting by the phone for a phone call to find out if you made it or not. And I remember my family was all here waiting to hear also. So when I found out, it was really exciting. It didn't really sink in also for a long time until like we started doing games and stuff, and I was like, okay, then this is actually happening. So, yeah. How about you, Cal?
For me, so my first season when I found out I made it, I was definitely, I feel like I was speechless. Like I couldn't believe it, and I was so happy. I feel like it kind of sunk in like after my phone call was over. When I found out I made it again this season, there was like a rush of emotions. I remember I was crying on the phone. I was just so overwhelmed and happy to be coming back for my second season.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely really fun.
These are all good questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of good questions that we have written down and also coming through. I know some people are asking, or a popular question is, what's our favorite memory of being a Laker girl?
Mm-hmm.
So, Janaya, you want to go first?
Sure. I'm trying to think of one that sticks out. I think I'm going to have to say our first game. That is just like, it was my first game ever since.
For me, I'm the same. The home opener is always one of my favorite memories. It's just so exciting. The crowd is so excited, the team's excited, the whole organization's excited. So it's just a rush of so many emotions, and it's kind of the first time that we're all getting to dance on the court together. I think also one of my favorite memories is, so one of the first things we do as a team is we do 2 weekend workshops. A few weeks after we finally make the team, we do 2 weekend workshops, and that's kind of the first time the new team is all together. And so that's really exciting. We get to all bond, and oh, Janaya, they're saying they can't hear you. Can we hear you now?
Sorry, I lost you for a second. My sound, I think I can hear you.
Okay, there, you were talking and I couldn't hear you. I was like, oh, I hope it comes
connected,
back. Okay. Oh my gosh.
I was like, uh-oh. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was saying, about weekend workshops. So yeah, that's always one of our favorite memories from the season, I think, because like I said, it's our first time coming together as a team. We get to know each other, we get to bond, and we also learn a lot of our routines that weekend. So it's a really exhausting weekend, but also really exciting.
You were talking about workshops?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get to hear what you said, but I'm sure you covered it all.
Okay, let's see. Do we have any questions coming through on here? Let's see. We have someone asking what inspired us to be a Laker girl. So do you want to touch on that?
Oh, sure. My family has always been Laker fans. So I think that's always been the team that we've rooted for. I've only ever been to Laker games too. So watching the Laker girls was my favorite part. And once I started cheering in college for basketball, I knew that I wanted to keep doing that, and that the Lakers was the organization that I wanted to do that with. So how about you, Kel?
I think for me, so I majored in dance in college. I went to Chapman University, and I had a professor who kind of brought it to my attention. Like, she was kind of like, hey, I think you would be really great for this. Have you considered auditioning? And I was graduating that year, so I was thinking about going, and I had some friends going as well. And so I went. I didn't really know what to expect, but I went, and my world was completely changed. I fell in love with it immediately. All right, what else do we have?
I guess we can touch on, we had a question come in that said, do you miss being with the other Laker girls?
Oh, yes.
And the answer is yes. We do.
We do. We spend... Go ahead. You
We were
go
going to
ahead.
say the same thing. You go ahead.
Yeah, we spend so much time together during the season between practice, Laker games, South Bay Laker games, community events. We all hang out a lot outside of Laker events also. I think the team gets along really well. We laugh a lot, which is just so fun. Like, I miss doing that with everyone. And we work hard together. So it's just, we have a really special bond. And this season's been really special.
Yeah. And like we mentioned before, we get to the games about 4 hours early. So the period before games is always super fun because we're all with each other, getting ready. And yeah, I miss that a lot. I think.
Yeah, me too. It's so funny. So since quarantine has been happening, we've been having weekly Zoom calls with the team. So that's been fun. Everyone's been kind of catching up, filling us in on what they've been doing, any stories that have come up. Because, like I said, we spend so much time together. I think the majority of us could tell each other's life stories. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we can still stay connected through Zoom because it's hard being away from each other.
I know. All right. We're probably going to wrap up soon. We touched on a lot of the questions. If anyone has any final questions, go ahead and comment them now. But yeah, we miss all of you guys. We hope you're staying home and staying safe.
Thank you all for your questions and for tuning in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah,
it looks like we touched on most of the questions, so I guess we'll wrap up. If you have any further questions, feel free to direct message the Laker Girls account, and we'll try and get back to those. If we didn't touch on your questions, sorry, but like I said, we send them to the Laker Girls Instagram, and yeah, we'll be sure to keep you all informed of anything we have coming up as far as auditions go. And like I said, we're not sure exactly when that will be happening, but just keep an eye on our social media. We will keep you guys informed as we learn more information as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we hope that we can all be together soon again, but stay safe.
And be sure to tune in on the Laker Girls Live for the remainder of the week. We have girls doing live workouts, so be sure to check those out. And yeah, we have girls coming on here doing all kinds of stuff. So we hope you're enjoying it. We loved getting to do this Q&A. This is our first time doing it, so it's been really fun. I'm glad to see Janaya.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Let's see if I can.
I know. I think you have to exit.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Janaya. Bye, everyone. All right. And then I hit end.